Crystal Ball College Football. I'm your host, Grayson Grunhafer, and what a week we just had. I mean, the storylines are all there. Lots of near upsets, lots of big comebacks, lots of just chaos in college football this week. And I felt like this week it was really important to start with a game that I think was super unexpected, but it has major playoff ramifications. It has a team that I'm not going to say is rising, but definitely a program that seems to have a little bit of momentum heading into the end of the year. And it's this matchup between Tennessee and South Carolina. I mean, I'm as shocked as y'all are about the outcome of this game. And just watching it, I was watching it in my hotel, and I could not believe the fact that Tennessee just flat out could not get any stops. I mean, South Carolina was just moving up and down the field, unlike we've seen from them all year long. It was a team that was absolutely saying, hey, we think our receivers are better than your defensive backs. We think that our quarterback is going to make all the throws magically in this game that he hasn't made all year. We're going to go out there and we're going to surprise Tennessee and win this game. And that's exactly what they did. So we'll start with them. I'll get to Tennessee in a minute. I've been very high on Tennessee all off season, but now it looks like a collapse could be in store for the Vols to end the season. So starting with South Carolina here, I mean, Spencer Rattler, 438 yards passing and 6 touchdowns. He only incompleted 7 passes. He was phenomenal. I mean, absolutely phenomenal. It's been unlike anything he's done really all season long. And it just was absurd to me. It was guys running open downfield, but it was also him making really good throws, the proper reads. They gave him some time in the pocket. Phenomenal. And one of those things that I think a lot of people came into the year torn on kind of who he was going to be. Because last year at Oklahoma, things did not go well for him. He got benched. He did not look good. He transfers to South Carolina. A lot of people thought, hey, fresh start. He's going to be great. Some people thought, no, he's terrible. He is who he is at this point. And then I think some people were probably in the middle, right, of kind of their expectations for him. But I think in this game, he really showed those flashes that he showed as a freshman at Oklahoma. And I was very impressed. And I think he's got an opportunity to come back next year. I think he'll take that opportunity. And I think he's going to be a lot better next year. And I think we're finally starting to see kind of what South Carolina saw in him when they took him out of the transfer portal. So once again, just really impressed with him, really impressed with how he was able to navigate his offense down the field consistently and just put up the best game of his career in my eyes, and definitely the best game in his time at South Carolina. That was fantastic. They run the ball okay, 153 yards, 4 per carry. The receivers were awesome. Antoine Wells, the transfer, he was a transfer portal addition, a guy that many programs wanted. He chose South Carolina. He's had a very nice year for them, and he went off in this game. 11 catches for 177 yards. He was terrific. And so now South Carolina's sitting here 7-4. They're looking really good. I mean, 7-4, that's a heck of a season. They've had some lulls in there where they just, played really bad at times, like that Missouri game and the Florida game the week prior to the Tennessee game. But now they finally seem to be hitting their stride a little bit. And it comes at a time where they're about to go to Clemson this week. Not sure what I think of that game. I think at this moment I'm taking Clemson just because I think that this South Carolina game was more of a, best game of the year type outcome for them. You have that every year. You have your stinker of the year and you have your best game of the year. South Carolina just played their best game of the year. Now we're going to see if they are going to return to the mean against Clemson, in which case they'll probably lose by 2 scores, or if they play to this level again, in which if they play to this level, they will absolutely beat Clemson over the weekend. Now, on the flip side, Tennessee, tough, or kind of that's the only word I can use to describe this. They're now 9-2 on the year. This was their opportunity to essentially clinch themselves an opportunity to go to the college football playoff, right? And that's a lot of words to say that if they would have won this game, they would have been right in the thick of it. They would have been probably one of the top 5 teams in the nation going into quote-unquote Selection Sunday. And now that's gone. And not only is that gone, Hendon Hooker also tore his ACL, so he's gone for the rest of the year. And they're going to be left with Joe Milton. And so now Tennessee is sitting here and going, okay, we're 9-2. Now we have to go play a Vanderbilt team that is on the verge of making a bowl game and has won 2 in a row against Kentucky and Florida. And now you're asking Tennessee to go in there and have to try to find a way to get a win they should get. But now they don't have their best player, their star quarterback. They just suffered a deflating loss. What kind of bounce back performance are they going to have? Because I think this could easily snowball on Tennessee, which would be extremely unfortunate. But it definitely could happen. And I hope it doesn't, because Tennessee was a team that I was really high on in the offseason. I thought they were going to be great this year, and they truly have been. One game does not change that. But if you snowball and you lose to Vanderbilt next weekend, and then you go to a bowl game and you lose that, that's tough as well. So we're going to see what Josh Heupel's made of. We're going to see what this team is made of, knowing that, hey, we're sitting here at 9-2. If we go out, beat Vanderbilt, we still give ourselves a shot at making a New Year's Six Bowl. Still have a shot. It's an outside shot, in my opinion, though, because I do think the New Year's Six will probably take LSU, Alabama, and, of course, Georgia ahead of Tennessee. Georgia in the college football playoff, the other two in New Year's Six Bowls. But we'll see. We'll see how that all plays out. I just would like to see Tennessee bounce back after what was a shocking result against the Gamecocks in South Carolina, and something that we're going to look back on and go, wow, this was one of the most lopsided upsets I've seen in a while. This was just one of those performances where you just kind of throw in the trash and you go, okay, that's not the Tennessee team we've seen all year long. And we've seen this before. I remember a few years ago, Ohio State went to Purdue, and Purdue put it on them, Rondale Moore's coming out party. So these things happen. But to this degree, it was really shocking to see South Carolina just drive up and down the field when they really haven't been an elite offense all season long. So definitely a shocker. Great for South Carolina. They're trending up. Tennessee, on the other hand, got to find a way to bounce back in the coming weeks and in their bowl game going forward if they want to sustain, a top 10 finish for this season. So that's it for this episode. Later on in the week, I'll have my best bets. We're going to have 2 best bets episodes at the end of the week for Friday and Saturday. Lots of games coming this weekend, of course, and I'll have another recap and preview a little bit later on in the week as well. But thanks for listening to Crystal Ball College Football.